Hi friends and welcome back to Persetis Pulmonology. Today is part 3 of pulmonary radioids and today's sign is atoll sign, also known as reverse halo sign. So what is atoll sign? It is defined as area of ground loss opacity surrounded by area of consolidation of at least 3/4 of a circle or complete circle of thickness of 2 mm. Okay, let us understand this by this diagrammatic picture. See, the inside circle is ground loss opacity. Okay, that should be in the center and it should be surrounded by the consolidation, which should be of thickness of size of either 2 mm, or it should be surrounding either full or at least 3/4 of the surrounding of a ground loss opacity. Okay, center ground loss opacity, surrounding should be consolidation. The consolidation thickness should be of either 2 mm size or it should complete at least 3/4 of a circle. That is known as atoll sign or also known as reverse halo sign. So how do you see it exactly on a CT? Please follow my cursor. You can see in the center it's a ground loss opacity and in the periphery it is followed by consolidation. Periphery is surrounded by consolidation. The size should be minimum of thickness of 2 mm or it should be at least of surrounding 3/4 of a circle. So here it's a complete surrounding and size and thickness is 2 mm in size. Okay, and this is the lateral view. You can see the same thing. This is known as atoll sign or also known as reverse halo sign. Why it's known as reverse halo sign is halo sign has consolidation in the center and in the periphery it is surrounded by groundless opacity. Okay, when atoll sign is reverse of a halo sign, so it is known as reverse halo sign. So what are the causes? Like all those just who want to know just the causes, you can follow these uh, dark color squares. Okay, so let us discuss in detail what are the causes. Okay, so if the patient has a client, let me tell you, it is seen mainly in three major causes. Okay, infectious causes, non-infectious causes, and in neoplastic causes. So there are three causes can be divided into three major headings. So it is a flow chart of how to um, uh, pinpoint the causes. Okay, first, when a patient has the clinical signs and symptoms of pulmonary infection like cough, hemoptysis, fever, if the patient has similar symptoms, it could be either chemotherapy-induced severe immunosuppression. If yes, it could be either pulmonary zygomycosis, also known as mucormycosis. If there is no chemotherapy-induced severe immunosuppression, it could be a fungal infection coming from an endemic area. It could be either paracoccidiomycosis, histoplasmosis, or cryptococcosis. If the patient is not coming from an endemic infection, endemic area, then high risk patient and CT findings of tuberculosis like train bed opacities could be, or meaning the upper lobe involvement of a consolidation could be tuberculosis. Even that is not there, it could be PCP pneumonia. Okay, these are the flow chart if the patient has clinical signs and symptoms of pulmonary infection. Okay, if there is no clinical signs and symptoms of pulmonary infection, it could be pulmonary embolism. If there are if the patient has chest pain and if echo is showing raised pulmonary artery pressure and there is right heart failure, or you have sinus tachycardia or S1QT3 on ECG, could be pulmonary infarction. Then you need to get a CTPA. There high clinical suspicion of vasculitis, it could be vaginal granulomatosis. If no, there is history of inhalation of mineral oil or petroleum products, it could be lipopneumonia. If there is a known primary malignancy, if yes, it could be post treatment changes. If the patient is recently started it, then it could be secondary metastasis. Okay, there is no malignancy, then it could be sarcoidosis, and there is indolent growth, it could be lymphoid granulomatosis. Okay, if not, the major cause could be COP, cryptogenic organism pneumonia. What most of the literature says is atoll sign or reverse Haller sign is classical, like for cryptogenic organism pneumonia. Okay, these are the flow chart of how what could be the differential diagnosis of the atoll sign. Okay, if you are interested, you can go, like you can pinpoint, or if you just want to know the causes, you can go through this dark squares. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubt, please leave it in the comment box. Okay, hope you enjoyed the session.